Okay. It is Wednesday, Tuesday, the 16th of March. Motorcycle Diaries, Amelia Wilkins, having just returned the Suzuki Bandit to, funnily enough, Suzuki's head offices. I'm about to set out on a brand new steed, and actually it's kind of ironic because it's almost a year to the day since I started the diaries, and this is a bike in which I started it all off. Obviously before I was doing the video stuff on YouTube, I was just writing it, and the first bike that I got from Street Bike was a Suzuki Gladius. This is the brand new 2010 edition. Now, things to look out for on this. First of all, it looks a lot meaner. Now, this is a great comparison. I mean, the 650 inline 4 on the Bandit. This is a 650 V-twin. But first up, differences in looks. There's a black and green one at work that you probably always see in the diaries, and it's kind of like tank and colour. That's all it was, a bit two-tony. This, look at that chassis exposed, almost reminiscent of the Ducati Monster. A lot more kind of silver and chrome on, and with that exhaust there having the chrome and the black plastic effect, looks good. Double-sided swing arm. V-twin engine, as I mentioned, it definitely looks leaner, tauter, and simply better than the old Gladius, to me anyway. Still got the same kind of headlight front unit. This is pretty much brand new. I think it's got 10 miles on, some new tyres, and literally gonna have to take it easy because I want to run it in. But she does look quite tasty, doesn't it? What I remember from this bike last time was that it didn't feel like a V-twin. It wasn't lumpy, very smooth, and there's a lot of technology Suzuki use to going to get that effect. Again, to make it more forgiving, to make it more fun, but it has got a lot more torque. Compared to the Bandit I've just got off, this will feel a lot more immediate, I'm guessing. But I suppose what I should do, really, before I kind of conjecturise too much, is get out on it. When I come back, we'll have a much bigger chat with Rich about this one. That was a real fleeting kind of chat, technical chat with Rich on the Suzuki Bandit one, just because he's a very busy man. But yeah, I'm going to head out, Suzuki Gladius 2010. Take it back to Birmingham, get out in 15 minutes, see how we do. See ya.
Okay, here we are. Suzuki Gladius, first things first, red line's 10,000 RPM, as you can see here. Have a look to the sound quickly. Much more industrial, you can hear it's that twin engine. Now that means it's going to have a bit more torque, but not quite as smooth. Now let's see, because this is a smooth V-twin. It feels so much more industrial already than the Bandit. It's not a bad thing, it's just that different sound of the engine. Still up to 5 o'clock. Okay, immediately it feels like you are really riding that. A lot more torque on that back wheel. It is smooth, which is really surreal for a V-twin. A lot of punchy power. Glad for instance the Bandit though, because of the inline 4 and the sound it makes, and the fact that you have to rev it and get it up there. It feels like, you know, when you're on it, you're almost going faster because it sounds like it. But with this, you are. It's so quick. It's just punchy and industrial instead of refined and smooth. Well, I've got to stop saying that because it is smooth for a twin. It's not smooth.
Okay, home on the Suzuki Gladius 650 twin from Suzuki's head office in Milton Keynes to Birmingham, literally hour on the dot. That was a really nice little ride back here. First things first, the rucker suit, heated gloves. Just like to point out, it's probably about 9 degrees out there today, very windy, a lot of wind chill obviously. I'm fine. Those heated gloves keep your hands really warm. They don't make them too hot either, like sometimes you get heated grips and it can be too warm. So that was a brilliant journey. Right, now let's just give you a little look around this. First up, Gladius, as I mentioned earlier, looks differently. It's been a lot of fun to ride home. Having a twin instead of a 4-cylinder 650 engine makes a big difference. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot more immediate, I say, a lot more torquey, a lot more punchy, and I want to explain what I mean by this torque. It's a very easy thing to reference. Obviously torque is turning power, but say for instance when you look at this revs up to 10,500 and the Bandit rev up to what? This is 12.5, isn't it? This has immediate power all the way through. It really does want to lift itself up. With the Bandit, for instance, it doesn't really kick into its power band until about 6,000–7,000 revs. Let's have a listen to what the twin sounds like, because it is clunky and industrial. When you get on a twin, compared to a inline 4 or V4, obviously it sounds very different. The power comes in chunks. There's a lot more difference, like increased time between each combustion stroke on the cycle, so it feels a bit more lumpy. This is what it sounds like. bad for the 650 standard exhaust and everything. Yeah, I got to admit, so for a ride home, obviously it's mostly motorway, did a few A roads. It's lively, similar to the Bandit, really wants to handle, it's good, and it's a really good alternative, you know. Talking about good bikes that are around that kind of price range, around the 5-6k mark, a 600, something to learn on. There are so many different ones for you to ride, you know. We talked about the Bandit, it's smooth, it's almost got that kind of, I suppose, the 600 racing pedigree in it, a little bit more. This one, being the twin, is a little bit different, but I like that character, you know. With the 600, with the Bandit 650 even, it was nice, it was smooth, you got a lot. This has just got a little bit more oomph, a little bit more character immediately, not only in the way it looks, but in that engine. And yeah, it's made a good impression on me. I really, really like it. It's a lot of fun to ride, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this away for a couple of days, believe it or not, because check out my garage at the moment. Rocket 3 Roadster, Ducati 1198, Honda VFR 1200, B-King. So what I'm going to be doing next is VFR tomorrow. Finish my little review on that, because I've really, really enjoyed that. Then I'll be jumping on the B-King for a few days, and then next week it's all about this Rocket 3 Roadster, and I can't wait. And I might sneak out the Ducati every now and again. So, Gladius made a really good first impression. I'm going to put that back under wraps now. If you are, as I say, thinking about buying a Gladius, definitely test drive this, Bandit, Hornet, simply because it's a very different riding experience being a twin. But I personally, the more and more I ride twins, apart from the fact that when you get on them it does feel, so I keep using the word industrial, but it does feel a little bit uncouth, not as refined as inline 4. You just grow to love them, because that torque is immediate and there. Anyway, for tonight, my friends, it is time for me to sign off. I shall be back tomorrow on Wednesday the 17th of March, St Patrick's Day, and I shall be riding the VFR. Bring it on. Ride safe.